Rebecca with Red True Crime, and welcome to my second live for today. So, if you caught the original one I did earlier today, myself and some others got some valid information, confirmation on some things regarding Sarah Carmichael. And a lot of what we heard is in contradiction to what Sarah Carmichael, Marissa's mother, has put on Facebook. And I wanted to give her an opportunity to come on live and to explain that, because she's really sticking to a narrative that we're hearing is not the case. So hopefully she hops on here and I can ask her a couple questions and we can find out what's going on. Because, you know, when you're given evidence and told this is what's going on, and then you go on live media or social media and say the complete opposite of that, it does come into question why you're saying it and what's going on. So, like I said, I'm on here. She might pop on, she might not. I don't know. But I'm going to see if I can add her and we can get her on here. So, been a long day. Very hot out. Made dinner. Fed some people. Fun times. And I'd like to take this time to say that until we have more information on Marissa, I probably won't be commenting as much. I might be covering some other cases. I know I've said this before, but I've actually been doing research on some other stuff. But just waiting on Sarah to pop in. Because like I said, Sarah has been big on the narrative that Marissa's being trafficked and that Shawn and Jersey Moneybag are the guys involved in doing this, that they took her and they set her up for this. Per the lead we have, that's been verified, both Jersey and Shawn have been cleared. So, and this lead also confirmed that they don't believe Marissa's being trafficked. They actually think that she's no longer present. So, that is what we're dealing with here. Now, I can understand and I can appreciate a parent not wanting to admit that something has happened to their child. I can go with that. I can respect that. But reality is, you have to accept some things. And that's probably one of them. She also liked to say that Marissa didn't do anything illegal, which we know that's not the case either. She did have some things with pills. We had one source tell us, like right before she went missing, she was telling a coworker that she had been clean for 3 days, which is great, but that's, not a lot. We also have another person we've talked to who I have on live saying this, Tasha Poplin, said that she drove her to a place. Marissa got out of the car, bought some pills from a guy, took said pill. Not saying that Marissa's a bad person, but she's definitely flawed. And no one's perfect. No one wants to hear the negative about someone who's missing or who has passed on. But the reality is the reality, and you have to accept that. And Sarah, I want you to accept that. Like, your daughter wasn't perfect. Did she deserve to go missing? No, but you can't deny the things she's been involved in. I mean, this is what happens. You run in that life, you run in that world, you run the risk of things happening. Especially with her having the relationship with Mo Dallos that she has. Him and his magnetic promotions or magnetic entertainment tends to follow a lot of scrutiny. I mean, he has had dancers die, go missing, shootings coming up at his events. These are things that tend to seem to follow him wherever he goes. So people really need to keep an eye on that, and make your judgment on that. But that's where I stand on this. I do believe Mo is somebody that should be looked at. But what's interesting is no one's talking about him. In fact, I've been getting messages from people telling me that he isn't involved and that I should not be talking about him. But there's no evidence showing that he's not involved. So, I'm going to keep talking. And then you've got Naja Miller, who's just all up in this to the teeth. She's the one who convinced Marissa to go out. She's the one who left her alone. Bannon went to her boyfriend's house, these kind of things. So I think she does have some complicity in this. And when I did talk to Naja a couple weeks ago, the girl sounded terrified. Absolutely terrified. For fear that something was going to happen to her. So I really do believe that she is, she's involved. So, now we are looking at why Sarah Carmichael is so hell-bent on putting the blame on two men that have already been cleared by the police. She's also putting out there the story that the FBI is involved. We know that they are not. That has also came from our source. I do not understand why she's putting this information out there. It's simply not true. So what's the motivation? What is it you're trying to get from all this? Because you're not doing interviews with the news media right now. So what are you trying to accomplish? Now you've had Emma's commented on my YouTube channel with her comments with wrong information. She made a comment that Smoke had the kids, but we know he doesn't. They're still in care. Sarah's telling me that Smoke is undercover trying to find Shawn and Jersey and them so he can exact some injustice, but nobody's hiding. So he's really bad at the finding the people game. So there's that. And then we're hearing some stories that there were some other people involved with Smoke before Marissa went missing, and that played a role in Marissa's disappearance. But these are questions I would love to ask Sarah, if Sarah would grace us with her presence on live, because the world would like to know, Sarah, what's going on in that brain of yours, why you're saying the things you're saying when it's been proven otherwise. So that's weird. Anyway, that is just something where I'm at, and we're just waiting for Sarah to join, and maybe she will join. I don't know. Maybe she'll come in and she'll tune in and watch. I don't know. But one can hope. And questions. Anybody got questions I can answer? Comments? Do you want to share? Do you want to come on live? I'll bring on live and let you talk. Whatever you'd like to do. I will say this. Dealing with this case has been exhausting. Mentally, physically, emotionally. I don't sleep. I do not sleep because of this. And it does affect you long term if you don't get sleep. But at the end of the day, we're trying to find a missing woman and get her back to her family. I can't sit there and say other people are doing the same. So, like I said, people, if you have something you want to say to me, just say it. Comment, subscribe, yell, scream, I don't care. But people know something, and the fact that they have not said what it was they know to get this resolved is beyond me. I mean, I don't know how you sleep at night. I know I don't. And I'm trying to find her. And that just tells me if you're able to sleep knowing the information you know, what kind of person are you? That's insane. Absolutely insane. So I'm going to give Sarah a few more minutes. And thank you, Zara. Thank you for the gratitude there. I appreciate it. And yeah, I mean it's nerve wracking. It does make you a little paranoid too. You start thinking you're seeing people following you and whatnot. People who don't want want you being involved in this case, because at the end of the day, people are going to jail. Once it's all found out, said and done, people are going to jail. The question is, what are they willing to do to prevent that from happening? Did Marissa see or hear something she wasn't supposed to, and that's why she is now no longer around? Did she OD on that pill she picked up? Did she meet the wrong person at the club and something like that happened to her? There's just so many things that, so many different scenarios. But they have been able to confirm that she is not being trafficked and she did not take off on her own because she didn't have the money or the means to do that. Which means she was taken out. And the question is, who? Who took her out? Who wanted her gone? And why? What would be the motive? She saw something, she did something. It could be something as simple as jealousy. It could be something as simple as a custody issue, and that's why she's out. I don't know. But questions, again, please leave them on here. I will be more than glad to answer. Hi, Bryn Whitesides. We don't know if she's gone. It's not been official. To catch you up, I received some information with confirmation of a few things. Confirmation that Shawnee Lily and Jersey Moneybags are not considered suspects in this case. They have been essentially cleared. The other thing that's been confirmed is that they don't believe that she's being sexually trafficked or trafficked at all, and that the only thing that's left is essentially that she is no longer alive. They also, the source I have said that they're not even considering her leaving on her own because she just didn't have the money or the means to do that. So when you take all that into consideration, the only thing logical left is the fact that she's possibly no longer alive. But so that's the main reason why I'm talking about this, because like I said, we've got people out there like Sarah Carmichael who keeps putting out the narrative that Jersey and Shawn have run off with her daughter and that she's been set up and that Naja helped set her up, which Naja has not been completely cleared. So that's something, all the people I've talked about, we still have the suspects of Naja, Tasha, Smoke, and Mo. Those four. And until all of that's been investigated properly, we probably may not know if any of them or if all of them were involved. But the source I have has said that they don't believe she's alive because there's been nothing, no movement, nothing on her bank accounts, nothing on her phone, nothing. And okay, so Bren also asked that she's been following the groups and catching my lives here and there and watched with her mom on. And she wants to know, are her kids with Smoke or Money or Money the dad? I'm not sure what you mean by that. So I can tell you the children are still in foster care. They are not with Smoke or Sarah. They're not with either one of them. The children are still in foster care. We got confirmation of that today. Smoke does have child abuse charges against him. So while he still has that against him, there's no way on earth he's going to get those kids. And Sarah, for whatever reason, has a no contact order with these kids. She can talk to them on the phone, but other than that, she's not allowed to physically see them. That's what I've been told. Not sure why. You all can take your best guess on that one. But like I said, there is a small glimmer, very small glimmer, that she might still be out there alive, but all likelihood she is not with us anymore. And it seems to be the opinion that they started doing basically a body recovery or looking for a body about 4 days after she went missing. That is something that was also said, that they are considering her gone. So, hi, Tanisha. So, yeah, brief recap. Um, Information we got is saying that Shawn and Jersey are no longer suspects. They have been cleared. Even though Sarah keeps saying that they are. And what I'm doing right now on this live is trying to get Sarah on to ask her why she keeps saying this, because we were being told that's not the case. It is still an active case, so GPD is still investigating it. The FBI is not involved, and there is no reason for them to be involved, as we found out. Sarah did call them. She did call them and request their assistance, but the only way they can come in is if GPD asks them to come in, and they're saying there's no reason for them to come in. Yeah, and Bryn, I see your long comment here. Thank you again. Yeah, it does seem like that her family and closest friends seem to have given up on her, and even the people we've talked to are frustrated because there's just no new leads coming in. So hopefully, this comes to a resolution soon, because I was saying that doing these lives, doing this investigation, what little I'm able to get done on my end. Yes, Tanisha, I see that. Tanisha has said crazy being that she, Sarah, literally used the GoFundMe money to make t-shirts, plastered Shawn's face all over t-shirts demanding he give Marissa back, and the entire time he's innocent. As it stands now, yes, that is the lead that our source gave us. He said that he's been investigated so much that there's just nothing more they can uncover. And everything, that also saying that I've been told they are cooperating as well. So kind of hard to be mad at a person who cooperates. But that does leave the other 4 remaining people I've talked about. Janaja, Mo, Smoke, and Tasha. And I truly believe of the 4, the one who knows the most is probably Naja at this point. She's the only kind of common denominator between everybody involved to Marissa. And she's scared. I had a conversation with her and a few other people. We were in a group call. And yes, Naja was the one that was in her bed. But we were in a group call, and I asked her some questions, and all she kept saying was, I didn't do it. I didn't do it. Didn't do what? She never did explain that. And that also led me to believe that she knew more than she was saying, and that she was terrified to say anything. She is literally couch surfing all over the place. She's not staying in one spot. She's terrified. And that is somebody that needs to be questioned further and deeper, because she knows something. And he said, I can appreciate Sarah hunkering down on 2 people and raising the alarm and saying all the things she's been saying. I get it, because you want to blame somebody, you know? I get that. But at the end of the day, when you're being told by people, this is not what's happening, and you keep saying stuff anyway, there's a problem here. You know? I've had conversations with Sarah, and then I had her on live, and she basically contradicted what she had told me in conversation and then on the live. So, I mean, there's that too. So I don't know if she's just confused because she's sick or if there's something else going on. So it's hard to say. It's hard to say about any of it. And at the end of the day, you've got 5 children missing their mother greatly. They're in foster care, which cannot be fun. And you're hearing all these stories about your mom. Was she a drug addict? Was she a prostitute? Did she run away? You know, these are the things. Nobody wants to hear that about their mother. But at the same time, if you don't want to admit the truth about a person, it's hard for an investigation to keep going. Because if you hide stuff, it takes up leads. It takes away time. And it sends you down pathways you don't need to go if you don't know the truth. Right. So, but it does not look like Sarah's going to join us. And love to have, gotten her on record to find out why she keeps saying what she's saying. And So, hello everyone, again. I'm going to end this chat because it doesn't look like she's going to join. And, yeah, it's just disheartening going through all this and looking and watching and hoping, contemplating, praying that, you know, there's an answer soon down the road with no answer being found. But I will part with my famous words. Be weird, be rude, be safe. If you're weird and rude, you won't get taken. Simple as that. So again, this is Rebecca with Red True Crime. I am leaving the chat for now, or I'm leaving the video. But everybody have a great night. Please be safe. I'll probably be back on here again if we find something else going on. But right now, this is all we have. And, you know, everybody have a great night. Be safe again. Like I said, be weird, be rude. You'll stay safe. Bye.